What's up, Milwaukee and the world? It's your girl, Brandy. Iberia, what's up? What's up? Come on in this room. And when you come on in this room, I need y'all to I need you to share, I need you to tag your friends because you absolutely do not want to miss this. Listen, y'all, I'm talking to I like to, I have some control and ownership issues I'm working through, but I like to call them my Milwaukee treasures because they absolutely are. Actually, they're our Milwaukee treasures. I'm telling you, these are the people that are changing the face of our community. Milwaukee gets a bad rep in the media, in the news, right? When you want to, do something in music or expand outside of the box, people tell you to go other places, right? To do other things. But I'm telling you, we have gems right here in our community, and not just in the areas of entertainment. We're talking entertainment, we're talking the medical field, we're talking community leaders, ministry leaders, and beyond, right? And so, let's make this go viral. Let's talk about the positive things that are going on in Milwaukee. And it starts with becoming the change that you want to see. If you don't see certain things in your community and in your city, who says that you can't be the one to make the change, that you can't be the one to pioneer, that you can't be the one to say, you know what, I'm going to change the narrative. Is that all right? So we're going to talk to some people today that are changing the narrative. And I'm so excited to talk to one of my Milwaukee treasures. Kicking it off, I'm not going to talk a whole lot. I'm going to bring her right up, is the amazing Lena Cole. Come on to the stage, Lena.
Hey.
You in the building. You in the building. My goodness. You know what? I could go on and on. I'm trying to think about when you and I first met. I feel like it might have been R&B Live days, or maybe I knew you prior. I definitely during my music days.
Yeah, because you were doing your R&B Live. So I think I probably came to something you were doing first.
Oh, it may have been. But either way, what I love is, and this is what I kind of said when I talked to the fellas yesterday, for this year's Milwaukee Treasures, these are people that have been consistent. You've been on the grind doing your thing for a while, and sometimes things before they were popular, you're like, I'm doing it, I'm bringing this to Milwaukee. Again, we talk about the pioneering stuff, and you definitely are that. So for those people who don't know a ton about you, if you're in the city of Milwaukee, if you don't know Lena Cole, I don't know. That's because y'all don't do nothing. You one of the people that don't say nothing, that's saying nothing going on. But take us on a little bit of a journey, Lena. What brought you to Milwaukee? Because you're not originally from here, and kind of talk about some of the things that you have going on over the years and currently.
Okay, well, like you said, I'm not from here, but I was brought to Milwaukee by my father was the president of MATC. So
Ah,
getting that position, it moved our family here. And when I got here, at that time I was just going to grad school at Cardinal Stritch. I decided to enroll there, and I realized that a 9 to 5 definitely was not for me. And so
mhm.
I was going to Chicago to a lot of shows, comedy shows, live music shows, all kinds of shows, driving back and forth. And one day I just thought I could do this. I could do this. And because I was looking for it here, and there was some things going on, but a lot of it wasn't targeted to us,
Mhm.
and there was some great talent in Chicago, and it was just too close. Like, why are they skipping over Milwaukee? And so
Yeah.
I had a lot of connections there. Then I just started doing things, and it really in the beginning was for selfish reasons because I wanted those things to happen here.
Right. But
No,
I get that though, Lena, like seriously, because a lot of people ask me, like, why do you keep creating these different platforms? Because anybody know me, I'm a platform creator. Okay. It's because I don't see it. And I'm like, well, I don't want to have to always travel to connect with a certain group or to enjoy music a certain way or, or even to get my hair done a certain way. People literally leave the city to get their hair done. And it's like, have you not heard of Billie Jean?
and you know what? When I first moved here, I did the same thing. I was driving 3 hours
Right.
to get my hair done.
See?
I get it, and
So, But
Yeah.
you're also a hairstylist on top of that too. So talk a little bit about that arm of you as well.
Well, as I got older, I was doing parties and events, and as I got older, I knew that being a mom was something that I wanted to do and be.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, you can't be out all every day of the night, in the night life every night and have a baby. That's just not going to work out. So what's going to be more stable in your life? And when I was in
Okay.
school, always wanted to do hair, but I had got a full scholarship to
Mhm.
college. So my dad was like, yeah, right, you ain't doing hair. You
Mhm.
going to. So I did. And so I said, what, I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity because I was blessed to have the time to go to beauty school. I did that. I really enjoyed it. And
I
again,
think I
oh, no,
actually came and got my hair done while you were in beauty
yeah,
school.
beauty school, yeah. I didn't tell a lot of people. It's like, how when you do other things and they see you just like, let me sneak through beauty school real quick. And people are like, you do hair? I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
So I was doing it. I was really enjoying it. And a shop was not in my plans. But like that
Mhm.
wasn't even something I wanted to do. But I had coworkers that were in different shops and they just wanted changes. And I had the means to make those changes and to open a salon, and I did.
Oh my
Um,
God. And then some. It's so amazing. And so, again, if you guys are just tuning in, we're talking to the amazing Lena Cole, CEO of Above Average Entertainment, owner of Billie Jean and then some. And so as people are joining even now, come on numbers. We can share with them a little bit how they can connect to you. Again, what we're doing on this particular marathon is just showing people that we have stuff right here in the city. So how can they connect to what's going on, R&B Live, all the stuff that you have going, and and continue to support you.
well, I'm on social media. I'm on all the platforms. I'm not hard to find. Lena Cole. And then even with the salon, it's Billie Jean, and it's actually the House of Beauty Brands. And just a real quick
Okay.
about that. The reason I did that is
Yeah.
because what I realized at some salons is that you promote their salon, and then when you move to a different salon, then it's kind of like you have to start over, and that happened for me. And so when I do House of Beauty Brands, all the stylists or all the nail techs, whatever here, they're encouraged to have their own logo, their own brand, their own everything. My background is I have a master's in marketing, so I
Yeah.
help them build their own brand within it. This is just the house. We're just the house of the brands to build their own brand.
Hmm.
So wherever they move, it moves with them. So that was what
Hmm.
my goal was. And I said, if I'm not just to open up a salon, it has to have another purpose to it. So yeah,
Yeah.
Jean has a website, Billie Jean House of Beauty Brands. That's where you can find
I
me.
absolutely love it. And again, like you said, you and I are similar in that way. It's like, I want to do it because I want something to go to. But the other beautiful part is that then it becomes also platforms where you can hire people, where you are able to expose talent in the city.
Yeah.
Again, let's not fluff around this R&B Live, because honestly, it's been the hottest music ticket in our city
Thank you.
locally, for years.
Yeah,
So I think, was it 12 years you just celebrated, right?
12 years. Yeah, we just celebrated on the 19th. We just celebrated 12 years.
Oh my goodness. I
I
absolutely
tried to,
love it.
I tried to leave it. Tried to leave it alone when I had my baby. You know,
You can't. Come on back.
the mama.
Okay, I absolutely love it. Well, I loved it, Lena, and I love you, and I'm so excited to be able just to acknowledge you. I'm so about giving people flowers while they yet live. So I'm going to see you on Saturday. This is at 6 o'clock for the Saved in the City Christian Network. What is it? The anniversary. I'm like, what I'm celebrating. 5 years
And I want to
celebrating
you.
5
Thank you
years.
very,
Yeah.
very, 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 very much for doing this. Because when people complain that there's not things to do, sometimes that happens because people put in all this time and then nobody ever tells them they appreciate it. And so
Wow.
all this work, they said, well, this ain't worth it, because sometimes y'all don't
Hmm.
see what we have to go through. It's not worth it
Woo, child.
to go when it comes to a lot of businesses. But if they
Yes.
appreciated it, then it would make it all worth it. And that's what made it worth it.
Yes.
So thank you.
All it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And that's all sometimes it takes is a thank you. Okay. So thank you, Lena, and we'll see you on Saturday. Thanks, my love.
Hey,
Okay. Bye bye. Wow, my goodness. The Lena Cole, y'all. Get excited. Listen, one of the things that I love about my platform, Saved in the City Christian Network, is that it ain't church. Okay, it just happens to be believer based, faith based, but we're connecting. That's why Saved and the City, we're connecting to people of all walks of life doing all kinds of things. You can still have fun and believe in God. You can still sing R&B. Somebody about to get me and believe in God. But I'm telling you, you can still enjoy your life, have a healthy balance, and believe in God. And so with a lot of the events that Lena is creating, and I know we talked a lot about R&B Live, and she mentioned her hair salon, but also she does it. I think it's, I want to say Def Comedy Jam, but it's a comedy show that she also, I think it's Funny First Sundays that she was doing at one point. So all of these different opportunities and things that she does where we can plug into, you know, and just have a good time. And I love that kind of stuff. And so I'm so grateful for people like her. All right, y'all. Let's keep it going. Hey, Manny. This is my Manny said, hey, yes, we're going with our Milwaukee Treasure Marathon. Up next, we have another sister that actually, I think I was saying I met Lena during my music days. Same with this this next amazing sister. Met her during my music days. She is a poet and a community advocate, just a lover of people, and so much more. I'm so excited to bring to my StreamYard stage. Come on, Miss Shelly Conley. What's up, sister? You got to get that mic on, though, so we can hear you.
Yay, that was a great one.
What's up, Shelly? How you feeling, my sister?
I'm doing good. It's my birthday weekend. I'm excited.
Ooh, and looking beautiful.
Monday.
Oh, my God.
I'm celebrating all week.
It's the season. I mean, there's a lot of birthdays end of September into October. I'm here for all of it. Absolutely. And I'm absolutely here for you. So welcome to the stage again. This is the Milwaukee Treasure Marathon, and I have the esteemed pleasure, you guys, to be talking to folks in the city that aren't just talking about it. A lot of times, these are the people that you might see here and there, but really, the core of the work that they're doing is behind the scenes, and they don't want the glory, but I pull them out anyway, like Miss Shelly, like, come on and get on here, because the last time that I think I had you on, you were standing in the position for Tina. She couldn't make it, so you came and stood in her place.
Yep.
And I'm like, I keep saying, I mean, yeah, you stand when it's time for you to shine. You definitely stand out. But a lot of times, I've been seeing you stand in, or stand in for someone, or stand in the gap for someone. And I wanted to say, I see you, and that gap holder, that position, woo. People don't even know. So thank you so much for the work that you do. Share with the people a little bit about the stuff that you've been doing over the years. A lot of people know you from poetry. People more so now know you from My Sister's Keeper. What else is going on, and how did you get connected to that art form? And then how has that transcended into My Sister's Keeper and beyond?
So I just want to go one step back to your introduction. So I think we went to church together. Didn't you go to Corinth?
Oh, right, Corinth. Oh, I mean, forgetting.
That's a long
church girls from back in the day. And then we was in the club.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, we did it all. So
okay,
we're here. We're here to talk about it. You know. Exactly. So the art. I guess I'll start with that piece. So funny you say that. I just have spent like most of the morning looking through a book that I've been writing that is filled with pieces of memorabilia from my journals, my actual journals.
Wow.
Right. And so in thinking about the art, it's always been in me. Like I have journals dating back to 7 or 8 years old. I've always written. I've always loved words. I still remember that, I always say my favorite word when I knew I fell in love with words was in the 5th grade my year. My spelling word was dilapidated. And for some reason in that grade moment, I was like, this is like the dopest word I ever heard, right? And that was kind of where, in my mind, where the attention to words, really kicked in.
That's so interesting, because when you said that, it reminded me that I had a word. I had a word that when I fell into words, and I fell in love with words, and mine was ricochet. I have no idea. It was just the way it was like the way it just flowed off, and I was like, Oh my God, words.
Yeah.
It's a thing. That's amazing.
That's the thing, right? That I really enjoy. So I'm a writer, by practice, by journaling, by poetry. And I, if my mom is watching, hopefully she is. She is actually, I remember when I was younger, a great writer as well. So I think that's one huge aspect of my life that ties directly into My Sister's Keeper, of course, with Tina Nixon or Miss Jazzy. We both are passionate writers, journalists, respecters of things and processors of things. That's just kind of how I've always been. I've also had the other side of being just at a very young age. I think 17, I started managing retail, and I go all the way back to Capitol Court, right? And Northridge.
Oh, right? Wow.
I think very early on, I was put in a position where I was surrounded by people and a diversity of people. And so I've always related and tried to understand and tried to support, et cetera, et cetera. And so I think that ties over into the teaching aspect of My Sister's Keeper and the managing aspect of my life, that kind of stuff. So I'm like the artist and the, I'm a Libra. What can I say? So,
Oh my God. And then some. I love it. I absolutely love it. And so again, what we like to do in Milwaukee Treasure, like I was saying, is just to acknowledge the fact that we see you. And so maybe share with the people, with the thing that you do with My Sister's Keeper, and then even the award show that happens every year, how that's affected the community. And then of course we can kind of wrap it up with how people can connect and support.
Absolutely. So My Sister's Keeper is myself and Miss Jazzy, or Tina Nixon, and we'll be celebrating 8 years in February in this community.
Wow.
Right? That's a lot. Talk about working hard behind the scenes. People have no idea.
No idea.
Really, because we wanted to be around for a very long time, we want to retire and have other people run it. Like, we operated as a business, and all the sweat and all the frustration and all that goes into it so that we can continue to deliver an amazing product to the mostly young people. We work with adults too, but our heart is really with the middle school and high school girls, teaching them how to have love and respect for themselves through writing and expressing positively, and then in turn love for their sisters, no matter what size, age, color, all of that stuff. So
my goodness. And then that leads into the Fire Awards.
Absolutely.
That happens. And so, and I think a bit back to that whole idea of acknowledgement, right? And that's the thing, we do the work, even with the youth, they're doing the work. And if nothing else, I hope that someone can take away that it is important, although we're doing the work, to stop and smell the roses. Because you've been planting the seeds, right? And so it's something that is so important, especially for the young people to see. And I love how you all mix the, it's intergenerational.
Absolutely.
And that was on purpose? Was that on purpose?
Yeah, that was on purpose. That's the whole idea of it, is to, we say, bridge the gap, future, or the past and in the future. So yeah.
I absolutely love it. And so how can people connect and support My Sister Keepers and whatever else you guys have going on?
So the easiest thing, most stuff is going to be found on our website. I'll spell it. It's mysisterskeeper.com, but it's MYSISTASKEEPHER.
One more time for the people in the back. I'm going to see if I can type it.
Okay. M as in Michael, MYSISTASKEEPHER. HER.com. Yep. Yeah, it's a mouthful.
.com. Let me see if I did it. Add the banner. Boom. I need y'all to get there.
Have to say it again. Thank you.
I need y'all to get there. I need y'all to donate. I need y'all to let them feel the love, because I'm telling you, these are some of the people that are loving on your babies when you may not even realize it. I'm telling you, that's keeping them up, because they're going to be sharing things with them, because they also go around to different schools, you guys. And so they may be sharing things with them that you don't even know is going on with your child, so this is why we support these kinds of organizations, because it's a village effort. Absolutely. Well, Shelly, am I going to see you on Saturday at the Saving
Absolutely. Yes. Of course you are. Yes.
Anniversary. I'm so excited to see you there. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So we'll see you Saturday at 6. And until then, love you much.
I love you too.
Okay. Bye-bye. Excellent. Y'all, listen, I'm loving these sisters. They're crisp, they're concise. We're getting through it. Because I was like, Lord, how I'm going to do 8 interviews back to back. It's a marathon. But anyhow, y'all, we've talked. If you're just joining, we had an amazing conversation with Lena Cole of Above Average Entertainment and Billie Jean Hair Salon. We just got through talking to the amazing Shelly Conley, just a creative and artist overall, doing amazing things for our young people in the city. And now, y'all, I am beyond honored to be able to talk to someone in media, someone who we have known that's honestly been a part of our families for many years, on TV, on the news, bringing us the content and the information that we've needed, even when we didn't realize we needed to know. And she's still been keeping us in the know with the 411 Live. So without further ado, I'm bringing on the amazing Beverly Taylor. Hi, Beverly.
Hi,
You
how
look
are you?
beautiful.
Oh, well, thanks. So do you.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. I know I was like, I was sending y'all, sidebar, transparent moment. I was sending these beautiful ladies stuff last minute, like, okay, join the live. Here's the link. And so I'm so appreciative to have you on. People, in Milwaukee, we know who you are, but for those that maybe are, even in a newer generation, share with them a little bit about your backstory, the stuff that we don't know about Beverly Taylor. What got you into TV media and beyond, and what has made you now kind of transfer, if you will, into, or transition, I think is a better word, into podcasting?
Wow, you're making me go way back. Now when I walk down the street or I see people, I'm hearing, "Oh wow, I used to watch you when I was a little girl." So it lets me know I've been here a long time.
You've been with us a long time. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I was with Fox 6 for 21 years.
Wow.
So that's a long time. When I started out, I went to college thinking I was going to be a lawyer. That was my goal. And then I thought in terms of being a psychologist. But in my junior year, I took a broadcasting class and just switched my major and went to broadcast journalism. My first job out of college was as a country music disc jockey.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I did that for 9 months. And then I got into radio news.
Yes.
Did that for 9 months. And then I jumped to a television station. Stayed there for 3 years. And that was in Jackson, Tennessee. I'm a Tennessee native.
Okay, so not originally from Milwaukee. I don't think I knew that. Okay.
No, Southern girl. And from there, I jumped to Huntsville, Alabama, and then to Milwaukee. And I got the job in Milwaukee. I went to National Black Journalists Convention that was in Chicago. And they have this humongous job fair, CNN and all these different television stations, representatives. And I was just kind of throwing resumes on tables.
Yeah.
And I got back home to Alabama, where I was living, and got this letter from Fox 6 saying, we saw your resume. We would like you to send us a tape. And I thought, Milwaukee.
Right. Like, who thinks Milwaukee anything? Right.
So I went ahead and I did it. And then the news director called, and the first thing she said is, "I like your work." Wow. And for me at that time, I really needed that because I was so ready to leave the television station where I was. And she just gave me that breath of fresh air. And then they flew me to Milwaukee first class, and I was checking that out, met the people. Everybody was so nice. And but the job here was for a reporter, and I was an anchor reporter in Huntsville. And I thought, if I get off that anchor desk, how hard will it be for me to get back on it? So I don't know if I want this job. Sure. So I flew from Milwaukee to Memphis, and there was a layover in Memphis. And from there, I was like, I'm going to Milwaukee. From Memphis to Huntsville, I was like, I'm not going to Milwaukee. And I kept saying, Lord, if this is for me, you're going to have to make me know it because I'm not feeling it. And something came in my spirit that said, you cannot see the whole picture. And so I was like, okay. And the story of Joseph came into my mind, how Joseph was sold into slavery
Yeah.
and then became the second under Pharaoh. And it was like,
Yeah.
he couldn't see the big picture and you can't either. So I was
Wow.
like, okay, Lord, but if it's real, you're going to have to let me know.
Right. And I don't want to, do I have to go to the pit and the prison before I get to the
And
palace?
about three days later, I woke up and I was at total peace. And I said, okay, I guess I'm going to Milwaukee. And I put in my notice and I was still working that 2-week notice. And I got a buzz on my pager. See, back then we had pagers. And it was a Milwaukee number. And I called and the news director said, look, our weekend morning anchor is leaving. And we think you can fill that job and we'll give you a raise. So I got a new position and a raise before I stepped foot in the door. And I was just like, oh God, that is you. Because I was wondering, how am I going to get back in that anchor desk? So, it was just through that walk, I could just see him involved. And I was, because, I have no relatives here.
Yeah.
But I could just see him in it. And I just knew it was right.
Yes.
But, I said, I got a 3-year contract. I'm just passing through.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
21
and
years
now
later.
21 years later. Well, now, in Milwaukee, even more than that now. Wow.
Yeah. And of course, I met my husband here and got married here. And,
Love it.
the rest is history.
Oh my God. We'll talk a little bit about the 411 Live in a moment, but there was a couple things that you said that just resonated so strongly with me. It was the woman that you said that said, I admire your work, or I like your work. Like that, and it's not, you have people that, they just, you have to have compliments. It's not that. It's just when you've been working so hard, and sometimes sometimes you're your worst critic and you're wondering, am I effective? Am I really doing a good job? And to get that validation is always really, really an amazing thing. And so that I get that so much. And so there are moments in my life, even on this journey that I'm on, where I'm like, wow, am I being effective? And people don't realize, I think Lena, another one of the treasures that we had on earlier, said that, just a thank you or I see you, it goes a long way. And then beyond that, yeah. And then the other thing that you said, in just that faith walk, that trusting God, even when you can't see the whole picture, woo, pass the offering plate, because Beverly Taylor Gladney, my goodness, that's a whole word. So good, so good. So I'm so glad that you trusted God, because like you said, we've been saying that, the name Beverly Taylor, that we know that, especially, I can speak for the Black community. We know you, and beyond. There's other people, and you've been an example. And the reason why I bring that up is because that's an example that girls like me can do it too, and so that resonates so strongly with me. And so now here we are in 2021, and you've kind of shifted platforms. So now you're in the podcast world. Tell us a little bit how you got involved with that and why that is so important to you now.
Well, that happened kind of a fluke too. I say fluke, but
we get it.
Towards the end of my broadcast career with Fox 6, I started to do a lot of stories on sex trafficking.
Yes.
And just getting all the information and trying to, let the community know this is a problem. Eyes open, people, this kind of thing. And then I left and I met LaShondra Scott. And she was telling me that she was doing this whole project dealing with sex trafficking, human trafficking. And part of it, an element of it, was a podcast. She was like, man, I would like for you to host that podcast. Well, I thought, okay, this is right up my alley. This is what I was, focused on. At the end. So we got together and we started getting these guests and pulling these people in to talk about this issue. And it was a natural flow,
Yeah.
It felt comfortable. I was doing something that I wanted to do. I didn't have a muzzle on my mouth. I could say what I wanted to say,
Ooh, yes, yes. That's
So
huge.
it was really refreshing. And we did, I think, 2 seasons. So that might have been over 20 podcasts dealing with human trafficking. And then, of course, COVID hit. And
Yes.
our subject matter changed a little bit because we were doing things on COVID. And then we decided, well, since we've started, let's expand and explore other topics. And so we've been doing that as well. But that has been fun. I've met so many incredible people. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of watching a few of the episodes, and it's always so eye-opening, and it's such, and the topics that you guys hit on, again, it can be a little, ooh, like like it's real. It's real, and sometimes it's the hard topics, like you said. You get to take the muzzle off, if you will, and say what needs to be said, and talk about the topics that sometimes aren't always the easiest to talk about. And so it's been inspiring to watch you in that role as well. It's like it's a new Beverly, at least for us. Yes, exactly. So again, before I let you go, how can people connect to the podcast and continue to support your efforts even beyond?
Well, be sure and put THE, the 411 Live. You can look at it find it on any podcast platform. And of course,
Yes.
we're on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, please subscribe. Do that.
Yes.
You can also go to the 411live.org email or website. You can also find us on Facebook. We try to get a new podcast every Tuesday. And it's just been exciting. So it's going to be exciting for me just to see where the Lord leads us and where he takes us with that.
I absolutely love it. And I'm so excited that I have the honor to honor you this weekend. Are you going to be in attendance with us on Saturday?
You know what? I am going to be there. And I just want to thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for thinking that I was worthy of this honor. And it is an honor to me. So thank you very much.
Oh my God. What I won't do, Beverly, is cry on the cameras. I appreciate you more than words. And I'm so excited about this weekend. Thank you for being a Milwaukee treasure. And thank you for coming to hang out and celebrate me on 5 years with Saved in the City. And so, my goodness, it's just a time for celebration, especially after the years that we've had. Why not take some time and celebrate the ones that we still have with us and beyond? So, my goodness. All right, Beverly. Well, we will see you soon. Keep on shining.
God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye. Y'all, I got to interview Beverly Taylor. How exciting is that? Oh my God, y'all. I am just, God is so good, isn't he? Isn't he? And so again, if you're just joining us and you're like, what is this girl talking about and all of this yellow around her? Yellow actually does mean something. I will share that with you if you guys show up to my Saved in the City 5-year anniversary on Saturday. But this is my Milwaukee Treasure Marathon. This is something I actually do every year, where for those of the Milwaukee treasures that I didn't have a chance to kind of chat with throughout the year, I say, okay, guys, let's get together. Let's share with the people some of the work that you're doing. And again, the whole objective of even doing this is to show that the narrative that the news and the media sometimes has out there about Milwaukee isn't always true, or at least there's another side to the story, right? And that other side is glorious. It is beautiful, and it is shining like a treasure. And so I'm chatting with some of those people that have helped change the face of Milwaukee, be it through media, be it through their own organizations. Like we chatted with Lena Cole earlier, Above Average Entertainment, and then Shelly with My Sister's Keeper, and of course, Beverly Taylor, who's just been a staple in our Milwaukee community for so long. And now, you guys, I have the esteemed honor to chat with another amazing woman in our city that I look up to. I don't know if she even knows it. Even though we don't talk all the time, I actually look up to her as a mentor. And I'm just like, okay, Faith did it like this. Okay, maybe I should try it like that. So without further ado, I'm a hush. And I'm going to bring on the beautiful Faith Colas. Hi, Faith.
Well, hello, Brandy. How are you?
I'm good, my sister. How you been?
I've been wonderful. Thank you so much. I've been
I know
wonderful.
we're here, right? In the land of the
Yes,
living. Ooh, my
absolutely. It's a
goodness.
blessing. It's a blessing. So many
Hmm.
families are navigating through tragic loss,
Yes,
and
yes,
my prayers and support go out to all of them. And
hmm,
so we have to count our blessings that
yeah.
all that we can.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that too, because yeah, we're talking about celebrating life, but at the same time, that doesn't take away from the fact that there are so many people that have lost their lives over just the last 2 years alone, be it to COVID-19 or just all of these different things and tragedies that have been occurring, even just the accidents in Milwaukee alone, and so
Absolutely.
yeah, it's the media, again, that we can people like you and I, or even like Beverly and Carol, we'll talk to her later with Positively Milwaukee, we have an opportunity to change the narrative. And so, Faith, that is what I've seen you do. Time and time again, whether you're working behind the scenes with Vaughn Communications, or whether you on your own radio show, like talking about
Yes.
something good. So I don't know who doesn't know Faith in the city, but just in case, it's a couple people in here, like, just share with them a little bit about kind of what got you into the communications fields, and we, of course, we know Eric Vaughn and so much more. So just kind of take us on a little bit of a journey of Faith from then until now.
Well, let me start by first saying thank you so much for the honor of being part of the Milwaukee Treasures. And I
Yay.
saw a little bit of the conversation you were having with Beverly, and then,
Oh my
there's
God.
Carol. So I'm humbled, I'm honored, I'm grateful, I'm thankful that, there are people that are noticing our work. I
Yes.
think that we do it from our hearts. I
Mhm.
know that that's where I work from. If
Yeah.
it's gotta speak to my heart for me to do it. So I
Mhm.
want to thank
Mhm.
you for noticing that and appreciating all the work that we're doing here in Milwaukee. I was born and raised here. I grew up
Yeah.
on 25th and Center Street,
Okay.
um, part of the 53206, infamous, famous, however you want to look at it, zip
Yeah.
code. Um,
Yeah.
and our family moved to the Sherman Park neighborhood in my teens. So I love Milwaukee. I
Yeah.
raised my daughter here. She doesn't live here any longer, but she will tell you that her childhood was epic.
Yes.
Yes, she uses that
Okay.
word, epic. And so that makes me feel good, not just
Yeah.
about my role as a mother and being the captain of her ship, if you will, but
I love
of
that.
all of the
Yeah.
men and women that were part of our support system, whether they were blood relatives or,
Mhm.
how you become family because you have so much in common with folks, you work along people. So there's so many people that helped me along the way to find my place here in Milwaukee,
Sure.
find my
Sure.
voice, if you will, and help me to grow. And I am grateful for the opportunity to have spent my first 20 years in print media with the Milwaukee Courier newspaper. So
Mhm.
all of those
Oh,
folks
wow.
working alongside Maddie Bell Woods and Walter Jones and Carol Geary and the other folks that weren't necessarily part of the Milwaukee Courier family, but are part of the Black Press family, watching them and working alongside of them and having them embrace me, some not embrace me because you're the new kid
Well,
on the block, right?
yeah.
What are
That
you
that uh, that
doing?
actually helps too, though. We
That
need a little
helps
of the
too.
both. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we need some balance there. But it helped me get my chops, so to
Mhm.
speak, going
Mhm.
in print media and public relations, and a love for my community from a different lens, not just
Mhm.
growing up here and wanting to have a family here and raise my family here, but becoming a stakeholder, becoming a real
Mhm.
stakeholder in this community. And so I'm grateful for that first 20 years with the Milwaukee
Yeah.
Courier and my time spent at Black Nouveau, working alongside the late
Oh,
Keith
yeah.
Murphy, right?
Wow.
And,
Wow.
Liddy Collins and Everett Marshburn, working with them. It was just a wonderful season in my life that helped me to tell positive stories, right, on television about Black folks. And it's, I always say, number one, I'm an optimistic person. So I always believe the glass is half full, even when I'm
Yeah.
working alongside folks to try and, create a vision,
Yeah.
and support leadership in Milwaukee, right? But also, I want people to know that um, there's a part of me that says, what, you didn't believe us? You didn't believe that we have positive stories, right? You didn't believe that
Woo!
we have good
Yes.
lives, right? You
Yes.
didn't believe
Yes.
that we're good people. You didn't believe that we
Yes.
have, systemic racism challenges all along. So I appreciate, my white brothers and sisters that feel comfortable now in the space that we're in. It's unfortunate that it took what it took for us to get to this space. But again, I'm looking at it from a glass is half full, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to have others join us in telling our story and help to lift us up, lift our race up, because I believe it's our time as people of
Yes.
color. And coming from the beginnings of the Black press, which, listen, if we didn't have the Black press, I don't know that anybody would have ever known that we were here. How would our people have known
Wow.
about the civil
Definitely
rights
wouldn't have
movement,
our
right?
recorded stories. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Right. So between the Black press and the Black church, um, um, they hold a special place in my heart. Without those folks, and standing on their shoulders, I'm not sure where we would be today in communication, in the field of communications as it relates to professional African Americans, whether it's in the Black press or Black radio or
Yeah.
mainstream. So um, I am I am appreciative of all of those pioneers and those industry pioneers that had continued to do the work. And
Yeah.
I'm grateful for organizations like the Wisconsin Black Media Association, where,
Yes. Yes.
we support one another. Sometimes you have to pick up a phone and say, girl, I,
Right.
I need to vent today so I can keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And talking about what it is that we'd like to see in mainstream newsrooms, on radio stations, and in print. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be a voice and be part of the family at WNOV 860
Yeah.
AM.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's always something good to talk about.
That's
Really,
it.
yeah, it really came out of, it really came, for me, it really came out of Donald Trump being president, just being bombarded with all of the negativity. And how do you not cover it when you're a news organization like CNN or MSNBC? How do you not cover that? You have to.
Yeah.
But because
Yeah.
I'm a news junkie, right? And I'm just hearing this all the time, I have, through a pandemic, I had to say I could not be the only one that needs to know that there's something good going on in
Yeah.
Milwaukee and in this country. So that's, what motivated me and inspired me in a way. I'm moved by, I am moved by things that, impact me negatively, right? I just say, you know what? I'm not accepting that. There's got to be more. Or if you tell me I can't do anything, I dig
Yeah.
my heels into the sand and say, you know what? Let's see, can I do it, right? And so I have been blessed to be able to interview, talk with, have conversations with, including you, Brandy, about people doing good things in Milwaukee,
Yeah.
who are committed to telling our story and changing the narrative about our city and about
Yes.
Black people, right? And
Ooh.
about Black people. Yeah.
No, I absolutely love it. I was just talking to Carol yesterday, and just in preparation for today, and I was telling her about something that I will be announcing on Saturday. So make sure you guys come out to the Saving the City
Listen, I'm
Party.
going to be there.
Okay, because I'm announcing something real big. But anyway, I was sharing it
Nice.
with her, and she was like, "How are you doing? How are you doing that? How are you doing that on your own? Like, how did you even think to do that?" And I said,
Yeah.
"Well, I said, they don't want me in their at their tables, and so what I
You make
decided
your
to do was
own.
build." I'll build my own table, right?
Go
So this
get
is
your
what
own
we do. You
table.
talking about Black
Right.
media. This is what we do.
Yes.
We build our own table. So either you can let us have a seat at your table. We'll take that. And in the interim, in the back office, we'll be
Right.
carving out wood to build our own, right?
Oh,
Because we no
exactly.
longer have to measure up, right? We
No,
don't have,
no.
I mean, we never did.
No, we never
Right?
did. We never did.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah.
didn't. And that, I think that that is the beauty of Black media, whether it's radio or print or social media, right? Oh my gosh. Who ever
Yeah.
thought about social media? Whoever, oh my gosh.
It makes us,
I
we're
mean, so
unstoppable if we know how to use it.
we are unstoppable. I read somewhere that there are over 30,000 opportunities to connect with people of color
Yes.
in Black media.
Mhm.
30,000 bloggers, social media influencers,
Yes.
reporters in the broadcast television, broadcast radio, you name it. There are at least over 30,000. And you know what? That just means there's so much more room for us to grow, right?
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Faith, I absolutely love you. I'm so excited to be able to have the honor to honor you this Saturday at our Milwaukee Treasure Awards. And for those people that are wondering how can they stay connected to you, maybe they haven't heard the show yet. How when do they tune in, and how else can they stay connected?
Well, absolutely. WNOV860.com. You can stream us. And I'm doing 2 shows. On Friday, I do I'm Every Woman at 11 o'clock until noon. And on Saturdays at 9 a.m. until 10, there's always something good to talk about. So WNOV860.com. Stream us. I love
I
to have you on
love
the
it.
other
Ooh.
side.
Yes. Okay. Listen, y'all, go ahead and go to the website and make sure you reach out, because you potentially could be another voice heard on the radio. We need more voices. We're not the only voices out there. And so your voice is just as important. Faith, again, thank you for all you do consistently,
Thank
even
you.
carrying
Thank
on
you.
the continued legacy of your husband and beyond.
Yes.
It is so beautiful to watch. And I'm honored to be able to chat with you. And I'm like, ooh, I got her phone number. I can text her sometime.
You can text me anytime,
I
Brandy.
know it.
Anytime you can text me. And I want to thank everyone that continues
Yes.
to support the WUWM Eric Von Broadcast Fellowship. It gives opportunities for people in diverse backgrounds to have a career, an opportunity, a fellowship with WUWM Public Radio, and continue the legacy of Eric Von. So visit WNOV860.com to learn more.
Absolutely love it. Well, I love all that you're doing, Faith, and I love you. And we'll see you on Saturday.
See you Saturday, dear.
Okay. All right. Listen, y'all, we're moving and shaking up in here. It is the Milwaukee Treasure Marathon. It's absolutely going down. Oh my God. We've talked to Lena Cole. We talked to Faith Colas. We talked to Beverly Taylor. And y'all, hold on. It's only just begun. We got the amazing, the beautiful. I was like, can I get a waist like her? Andrea Williams. We know her from 98.3 and so much more. I'm going to bring her to the stream. Come on in, Andrea.
Hello, how are you, Brandy?
I'm so good. How are you doing with this beautiful background and just beautiful you?
Oh, thank you. I'm doing very well, and thank you for having me here today. It's a pleasure.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm so glad that you were able to kind of shift some things and make it happen. Because, I've been kind of trying to do this, not even trying, I've been doing this Milwaukee Treasure thing for now 5 years. And
congratulations.
Thank you. And I was reaching out to you, trying to figure out, how can I do this? And people don't always know. I appreciate those people that actually, everybody doesn't respond. Everyone doesn't give a little bit of advice, and so I don't take that lightly. And so, as I neared 5 years, I'm like, Andrea, she's been doing it, and I know you've gotten acknowledgments elsewhere, and I think sometimes this is what we do as people. We see other people celebrating other people, so we feel like, well, she got enough thank yous, and that's not the case, so I wanted to take a moment and just say thank you for the work that you're doing, as Faith kind of was talking about, in Black media and beyond. It's so important. So maybe share a little bit of the behind the scenes of what we don't know about Andrea. How did you get into radio? Are you originally from Milwaukee? Tell us, give us the scoop on Andrea Williams.
All right. Well, first, I will thank you for even allowing me to be in the same company as the beautiful women that you've been talking to today and that you will be honoring on Saturday.
Yes.
And everybody that knows me will laugh when I say it's Andrea, darling.
Yes, Andrea.
That is an ongoing joke. It's an ongoing joke, the Andrea darling. One time I said it on the air and everybody in the streets is like, Andrea darling.
Andrea darling.
But, everybody calls me. They said, Andrea, Andrea. I answer it all. So
I love it. But from this day on, it's Andrea darling.
No, but you know what? I've been in Milwaukee for so long now that it really has become my second hometown. People are like, what high school did you go to? Did I go to high school too? I'm like, I'm not from Milwaukee, but it certainly feels that way. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. And
oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I attended Central State University in Wilberforce, Ohio, which is an HBCU. And once I actually graduated from college, I worked in Dayton, Ohio at a radio station for 2 years. And then I ran into a man that allowed me to be an intern in a radio environment when I was just 16 years old in Louisville. And a lot of people from Milwaukee may remember the name Tony Fields.
Oh, yes.
You may be too young, but Tony
Fields, I'm thinking Tony Neal. Sorry.
No, Tony Fields is a powerhouse radio guy.
Yes.
And he used to do mornings on V100 years ago. It was him and JC White, if anybody remembers. And so Tony Fields and JC White were both from Louisville, ironically. And we all graduated from the same high school. So it's kind of weird. But I ran into Tony when I was working at my first professional radio station. And he said, what are you doing now? And I was like, radio. What do you think? So he says, I may have some stuff coming down the pipeline. So he hired me actually to come to Milwaukee and work at V100 back in 1996. And so,
so V100 first.
Yeah, I was for.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
I was at V100 for 4 years. And then I left and took a job in Washington, D.C. at WKYS. And then I really did miss Milwaukee. It was kind of weird, but
people don't really, something about Milwaukee, you feel like, who wants to go to Milwaukee? And then there's something about it that you do miss.
Yes,
that you
absolutely.
feel connected to. Sure.
So I just kept that whole year I was there. I was like, I want to go back to Milwaukee. I don't like it here. I want to go back. So I came back. And when I came back is when I started working at Jammin' 98.3. And I just celebrated my 20th anniversary of being here at Jammin'. So it's been a blessing. And the whole time that I was, that I was doing radio before I left and when I came back, I was blessed to be dancing with the Milwaukee Bucks. And that all came about because I went to one game and I was like, I want to do that.
Yes.
And then I think I interviewed the director of the team. She came on the radio and I'm all like, I'd like to audition. She's like, well, if you think you have what it takes, come on out. I'm like, whoa, okay. So that first year I made it. It was ironic. Nate the Great, who was on the radio back then, his wife made the team and so did I. Wow. So it's like all in the family. But yeah, I don't know. It's been so much fun that time has flown by and I'm going, wait a minute, hold on. Who's about to be 50? Me.
But 50 where though, ma'am? I mean, but wait, and so, so radio, this is what we know, but then you also evolved into TV. You had a show on channels 18 and 24, or was it just 18?
Actually, I still do the show. It's called Our Issues Milwaukee.
Our Issues Milwaukee.
It airs on both 18 and 24. And I had a show before that called Inside Outside Milwaukee. So I've
Okay.
been doing things there for 15 years now. I've been
Wow.
doing the television show there, and it's just an opportunity to kind of extend, the awesome people that we get to talk about on the radio, but really get to sit down with community organizers, community grassroots organizations, politicians. So a lot of times when you're just getting that headline and that sound bite, we get a chance to not only understand some of the stories and the issues that our communities facing, but
Mhm.
also get to know more about these politicians that sometimes we forget are human beings. So
Yeah.
it's been really, really a blessing.
Wow. And you are a blessing beyond, honestly. This is kind of what I was saying to Faith, and or I think it was Beverly as well, where I was just sharing that, for people like me, who have a heart to want to enter the media, seeing someone who looks like me, doing the work, and it's being a woman, being a Black woman, it is so inspiring, probably more than because all you're doing is waking up and being you. And but for other people, it's like, okay, you know what, maybe I can do this. And so, again, with this whole idea of Milwaukee treasures is, number one, changing the narrative about how people view Milwaukee and those people in it. So even you saying that you left and missed it is a big deal, right? And then also just, giving you your flowers, like just to say we see you, because it's not, even though we're smiling, even though you're saying, you're showing up every day, it's not always easy. Right.
No.
It's not always easy. And so, for the hard times, I want you to remember when we said I wanted to see you and I wanted to acknowledge you for the work that you've done, because it is effective and it is working, Andrea. So thank you so much for all that you do.
No,
Now, I
thank
think
you.
you can't be there on Saturday, right?
You know what? I'm trying my best to work some things out. I have a meeting later this afternoon, and I'll know for sure if
Okay.
I'm going to have to continue with the plans that I had
Yes.
or
Yes.
not. So I will definitely let you know, but I look
Okay.
forward to having the opportunity to be amongst so many great people. I know
Yes.
Beverly and Faith and Carol Meekins comes on the radio with me every Friday.
Oh,
to
wow.
yeah, that's kind of how
I
we
think I
like
did
to
know that.
tie
Yeah.
things together, like just promoting what she's doing on Positively
Yeah.
Milwaukee. And
Yeah.
that's really, we all work together and support each other. And that's what you need, because
That's what it's
it's
about.
a different kind of world when you're fighting to get your messages out. You're fighting
sure.
for people to, pay attention to the issues that matter, or you have to find a way to get the messaging that to be true out
Yes.
to the people, and not depend on
Absolutely.
the masses to do that.
Absolutely. So I know most people know, but again, give them how can they tune in? How can they listen? How can they follow Andrea Williams?
Well, I can be heard during Dee in the morning, which starts at 6 a.m. on Jammin' 98.3. And then that wraps up at 10 a.m. And then starting at 10, I do my own show until noon on Jammin' 98.3. And then on television, every Saturday morning at 6:30 a.m., Our Issues Milwaukee airs on Channel 24. And then Sunday mornings at 6:30 a.m., Our Issues airs on Channel 18. So really early morning stuff. And I also here at Jammin', and I'm the public service person, where I have to put together the talk shows for all 5 of our stations that air on Sunday mornings as well. So I have 2 talk shows going at the same time, which is weird.
Tis a lot.
Public service
But you
director.
got it.
I'm like public service person, but
Right.
so yeah,
Right.
it's a lot, and I find myself, I'm the time to make the donut lady. So that's how I feel. But I am driven by my love for what it is I've been blessed to be able to do. So I thank everyone for their support, and thank you for just recognizing the women that you've spotlighted. And I just thank you for giving me the time to talk to you today.
Absolutely. It's been my absolute pleasure. You do it well. I'm just trying to be like Andrea up in here.
Oh no, Brandy, you do a lot in this community, and you sent me like, stuff to possibly be a show idea. So you're
I
doing the
do.
work as well. So thank you
Amen.
for all that you do. You're not just, giving other women flowers, you're doing the work as well. So
Oh
thank
my
you.
God. I received that. I received that. I love what you do, and I love you, Andrea. And hopefully I'll see you on Saturday. If not, we'll definitely catch up soon.
Yes, the goal is to be there, though. I'll hope
Yes,
to see
that's
you.
the goal.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Talk to
right.
you soon. Oh my God, guys, listen, we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving because I got some treasures in my green room and I don't want to keep them waiting too much longer. But this has been absolutely amazing. Are y'all enjoying this? Okay, Milwaukee, don't act like we don't have people doing the work right here in our city. And so, without further ado, I'm going to bring up another amazing vessel. Listen, she's not only cute, but she can cook. I'm bringing up Miss Adija Greer Smith. Come on up. Hey, Deja. Oh, and you at Confectionately Yours.
Of course. Hey, Brandy, what's going on? Hey, everybody out there.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Let's just jump right in. Well, first of all, I just want to say I love you and I love your brown bourbon sugar cookie.
That's
What
a
got
good
you
one.
into baking? Like what, where did it all start for you? And then why Confectionately Yours?
Well, Brandy, we go way back,
We do. I think
knee
we
high.
related-ish.
Look, you see my grandmama right there, right?
Yeah.
So, it all started for me as a young girl. Coming from a family that migrated to Milwaukee from the South. I always tell people that um, I'm a city country girl because I was
Oh
born in
yeah.
the city, but I have very, very country roots. So, it really started from watching my great grandmother, Mother Pauline Nash, who
Oh,
she's from Kosciuszko, Mississippi,
we
came
are
from a
related.
family. That's right.
I see.
Yep, yep, yep. So, she came from a family that from the South that, taking care of their family through food was something that they just had to do. They cropped, they baked, they cooked for other families.
Yes,
They owned
yes.
local grocery stores right here in the city when they came from the South. And so it was really natural for me to be around just the love of food. And
Mhm.
that's really kind of where it started. Myself, I have tons and tons of cousins and sisters, things like that. And everybody didn't find the same interest that we all had the luxury of being a part of. But for me, it was just one of those things that I fell in love with very young.
Wow. And thank God you did, because I'm talking about the cookies, but you have all kinds of things from caramel cakes into the actual, like you make like toffees and candies and all of that. And
Yes,
then
yes,
you're right and what the other thing that I love is that you're right in the heart of the city at Sherman Phoenix. Talk a little
absolutely.
bit about that partnership and how that's kind of expanded your business.
Sherman Phoenix has definitely been a blessing. I think for not only me but the community. It created a place that we once had when we were growing up, and that's that camaraderie as community, and it gave us a place to kind of come back to. I
Mhm.
grew up right in this city and right in this community, so it's been many years since our city has seen a Black-owned bakery, and so to be able to be a part of this project and reintroduce that opportunity to people who know this type of love was a blessing, and it's afforded us the opportunity, not only to be here, but to create relationships in other aspects. Some of our, we bake for different restaurants, we have products in grocery stores, different things like that, and so and have been fortunate enough to be able to start expanding even outside of the Phoenix. So this
Mm.
partnership came, as we all know, when the Sherman Phoenix was birthed just about 3 years ago as a result of the riots that we had here in
Right,
Milwaukee.
right.
And from that tragedy became triumph, not just for Confectionately Yours, but for, over 24 other Black business owners who may not have ordinarily had the opportunity. So it has been a blessing
Yeah.
all around, for us in business, but for our community as well. I believe we've been nurturing and feeding this community with some greatness in this building.
I love it. And there's a lot of people that, like you said, you start as maybe as a child, or maybe you just start in your kitchen at whatever the age is. And sometimes we feel like, going beyond that is beyond me, but taking the leap, you don't know what the end is going to be. I
That's
always
the first
say,
step.
right, that's the first step, and glory is at the finish line. And so
Right.
maybe share with the people, like, what's been like your biggest order that like made you sit down and be like, wait a minute, this is the
You
situation.
know,
Yeah.
my grandmother, my grandfather, just my elders and juniors used to always say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Ooh.
And so that resonated with me very young. If you don't take the shot, how will you ever know if you have the ability to make it?
Yes.
And so that's been a part of this journey for me. And through that, I've had the opportunity to service people that I never thought was possible. I don't even think I thought about it because I didn't know that the possibility existed. So Confectionery Yours has had an opportunity to service the Green Bay Packers. We've done orders for the Packers where we have actually traveled to Lambeau. And when I say we servicing the Packers, I'm not talking about just the organization. I mean, the players are asking for us by name.
Oh, wow.
So they're like, hey, we want
That's
those
huge.
desserts from that lady that brought us the
'Cause they
desserts. So they're
fire.
like, we have become repeat providers for their players, for their different dinners that they have up at Lambeau. Most recently, our championship NBA team, the Milwaukee Bucks, man, we have done thousands and thousands of cookies for the Bucks organization. We even have a order going out next week for the Bucks as well.
Wow.
But I look at those opportunities and they are so grand and they are amazing. And those are really, really large corporate orders that we're extremely proud of. But the truth is, Brandy, it could be the Bucks or it could just be the little old lady who walks into
Yeah.
Phoenix and say, you know
Yeah.
what? I haven't
Yeah.
had peach cobbler this good since my grandmother,
Yeah.
or I don't get to bake anymore, but this peach cobbler reminds me of home. It can be as small to some as that, or as large as others as the Bucks and the Packers.
Yeah.
We still treat it with the same amount of love.
I know.
And
I think so.
appreciation.
And appreciation. And that's why we love you. And that's why you a treasure. Like,
Thank you.
seriously, because and that's like you said, whether you're cooking for the little old lady around the corner or if it is for, and that's why those doors, Adija, I'm gonna tell you now, are gonna continue to bust open for you because that is your heart. And I see you, right? I see you. I believe in you and what you're doing. And I'm so honored, as I've been saying to everybody, really, to be able to honor you. You're like, we don't that's an honor in itself. People don't realize that,
It
And
is.
so I'm hope. Oh, I know you can't make it on Saturday, but your mama's coming out.
My mom will be there for me. Yes, she will.
She called me. She was like, "What to wear?" I'm like, "Okay, mama."
She told me, she's like, I talked to Brandy. I was like, okay, because she got to be ready.
She
And
was
she is a
exactly.
huge
She was
part,
like, "Now I got to."
and I think it's so fitting for her to be there. And I'm very thankful that she's able to come in my absence because she is a huge part of Confectionately Yours.
For sure.
She's been a part of the things that I've been taught throughout life, and even through this process of owning a business and growing in business. She's been here every step of the way. So as much as it is, I'm very thankful and I'm humbled that you all consider me a treasure. She is my treasure. And so I'm glad she can receive it.
I absolutely love it, and I love you. Well, we know you're there at work, so we're gonna let you get back to work. Absolutely. Keep on shining and doing what you're doing, and we will definitely see you soon. Okay,
you will. Thanks, guys. See y'all later.
Okay, bye. Oh Lord, we talking bakery, we talking media, we talking entertainment, we're talking hair and beyond. Listen, y'all, I'm so excited to bring on my next. I'm going to say it's a group of treasures that I have. I want to say the Kinlow sisters, but there's other people that are connected to their family. They've been a staple in the gospel community, in the Black community, in Milwaukee for so many years. And honestly, in my last year of trying to figure out where to go and what to do with Saved in the City, I was like, Lord, I don't know where to go. And he dropped in my spirit WGLB. And I didn't know that from there that it was going to be a launching pad for so many other things in my life. And so I'm just one of those that I don't take people for granted. And I'm so grateful for the Kinlows and for all the work that they continue to do for so many. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on, we got Alicia, and I think we have Dr. Cheryl come on in. How y'all ladies doing?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Unfortunately, my camera is not working.
I see, but we can hear you for now. I thought I
Good.
saw Pastor Benita. What
He
she
was. I don't know what happened. She's supposed to be on.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll keep going, and then if she pops in, we'll add her to the stream. But let's chat a little bit, ladies. So let's talk a little bit about the Kinlow legacy for those people who don't. I mean, we hear the name, but do we really know, the story behind the name? So share with us, maybe Alicia or Dr. Cheryl, whoever wants to start.
Well, we are the children of Joel and Arvis Kinlow. For most of you who know, my father, Pastor Joel J. Kinlow, is the founder of WGLB radio station. But not only that, a lot of people don't know that my father was also the proprietor and the owner of WJJA TV 49. He started off in television, but it was like his dream and his goal to bring 24-hour gospel music to the city of Milwaukee.
Wow.
And he was able to do that, and we were just there to help, however, he transitioned in June of 2016. And since then, me and my siblings, Dr. Cheryl, my brother Joe, Benita, and myself, we have been continuing to carry the legacy that he put in place before he transitioned.
No, I absolutely love that. Thank you for sharing. And so in that though, as I guess as little girls growing up with that as kind of your backdrop, what did that look like for you? Did you all intend to get into this industry, or was it really just kind of picking up the mantle?
It was more so picking up the mantle. My dad had a goal or vision to own a radio station. He was a local pastor in the Reformation of the Churches of God in Christ.
Okay.
And so excellence was expected from his children.
Yes.
He and my mother were very, very much firm disciplinarians, and they expected the best from their children, and they walked with the mantle of holiness. They believed in salvation. They believed in sanctification. My parents, they did not drink. They did not smoke. They did not curse.
Wow.
They just lived holy lives in front of us. And fortunately, we did come up with that type of a upbringing. When you look at all of the things that are going on today, my goodness, what would have happened had we not been raised in that type of manner? It's a blessing. At that time, we thought it was, a curse because it was strict,
right, of course.
But it ended up being a blessing because, it kept us, on the straight and narrow, if you will. And then it went beyond above being just a moral person, just being a good person. We really agree and live by what our parents introduced us to in terms of holiness and salvation and what have you. And thus, that's why we are gospel, and we do not compromise by including secular endeavors. It's not that we have anything against anyone who does, but we're respecting or honoring my dad's belief. So you don't see WGLB with cigarette ads and liquor ads and that kind of thing. We're pure, unadulterated gospel. And we're solely owned by the siblings now, the family. We're not backed by a conglomerate. We don't have other owners. So we pride ourselves in that fact that my dad wanted things to be that way, and he worked very hard to make himself, to make it available to sustain all of these years, all of this time, even past his transition.
I'm glad you said that, the siblings. So how many of it, because we know it's the three girls, and there's many siblings total? Yeah.
There's 3 girls and there's one, we have one brother.
Okay. Oh yeah. Then I've met him. Awesome. Oh my goodness. And so, so beyond the radio station though, you all have other things that you do in the community. Am I correct in that? Yeah.
Well, we do
Yes.
have a center that is named
Right.
in memory of my father, the Joel J.
That's what I
Kinlow
was thinking.
Center, which is at 7841 West Appleton Avenue.
Mhm.
We provide, actually, there's a church that's housed inside of there, which is pastored by my sister, Benita, and my brother-in-law, Sean. But we also do rentals for repasses, celebrations, just whatever you need, a fashion show, whatever you need, we provide the service. We also have a scholarship that is named in memory of my father, the WGLB Scholarship in memory of Joel J. Kinlow. Both of those entities are nonprofits. We have been blessing 4 to 5 high school seniors every year from the Milwaukee and surrounding area, just blessing them with funding to go to school. And each year we have gone above what we've done the previous year, and we are so happy to bless those children with funds to go to school.
And so
Absolutely
can I
love it.
piggyback? I'm going to
Yes.
do a little plug. Just so the listeners know, we are locally owned. We live here. We reside here. Our dollars for the scholarship go to deserving Milwaukee high school graduates.
Mhm.
And of course, you always want to give your own self a pat on the back. But just to let you know, our Christian competitor, their owners do not reside here. They do not do scholarships. They do not give back to this particular community because their owners don't reside here. So we always find ourselves going out there and doing different events so we can undergird or support these students that are in Milwaukee that are really deserving, because
Yes.
my father did not get a college education, but he saw to it that we did. And he wanted to make sure that something was given to students who may not necessarily have the grade point average, but they have the drive, the determination to do something academically or in the technical field.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
all of that is derived here locally. And so when you listen to us, when you support us, when you patronize the building, when you give your donations, that goes back to this Milwaukee community. To all of the students who are deserving, they get an opportunity to submit their application. And again, nothing wrong with kind of patting ourselves on the back.
Not at all.
Unlike the Christian station in the city, there's another one, which is Christian, not gospel, but Christian. They don't do that. So just giving ourselves a little plug, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
And
If that's
Brandy,
okay to do that.
And Brandy, we also
Yes.
do a lot more. We have done food drives,
Food drives,
toy
clothing
drives.
drives.
We're
Yeah.
going to be doing a gas giveaway this year
Ooh,
due
wonderful.
to the pandemic. So we are working to get that together for the holiday season. So we try to give back. Not try, we do. We give back.
Yeah.
Our toy drive is huge. Our
Mhm.
toy drive is huge. And our food drive. But there's so many places in the city now that have pantries because of the COVID-19. We
Mhm.
opted to do something a little bit different. We said, okay, let's do a gas card giveaway. So that's what we're
Mhm.
going to be doing this time around for Thanksgiving.
I absolutely love it. And this is what it's about. And this is why you all are Milwaukee treasures, right? Because we need people that are for Milwaukee. Like, the thing is sometimes, you do have posers here and there, but we do need people that are for Milwaukee. And you guys have not, this is not new for you. This has been years. So again, how many years now for WGLB?
Oh, it's been since 1996.
Wow. And then, and so it's
25
been
years. Mhm.
Wow, 25. That it's something in those 20s, because we were talking, we were talking to Beverly earlier, and she said 21 years in media, and I think it was Faith is over 20 years, and now you guys saying 20 plus years. It gives people like me hope that I can make it past 5. Okay. So 5
Well,
years.
you're doing an awesome job. So
And
Thank
let me
you.
say
Okay.
this, Brandy, back in the day when my dad started this process,
Yeah.
things weren't as computerized as they are now. It was a
Mhm.
10-year process for him to get the ability to get a station, let alone the funding. You're not paying for the actual station, you're paying for the feed, the satellite
Mm.
feed, and it's
Mhm.
very, very expensive. My
Mhm.
dad actually did not get funding from anyone in Milwaukee that he went to. And he went to
Wow.
several banks and mutual savings. He got his funding out of town. So, that kind of behooves people to know that we need to work together, because
Yes.
this really should not be so that you can't go to your own and get
Mhm.
what you need. You have to go outside.
Mhm.
So again, I challenge people,
Mhm.
even you ministers out there, you missionaries, you're trying to expose your word. Come to WGLB. We have
Mhm.
competitive rates and we are
Mhm.
gospel full time, 24 hours a day,
24
7
hours.
days per week. And we don't compromise. We don't undergird our station with other ungodly endeavors. So
Mhm.
come on to us. We'll be more than willing to work with you.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, my goodness, Dr. Cheryl and Alicia. And I'm sorry that we didn't get to chat a little bit with Pastor Benita, but I appreciate you ladies.
You'll see her
You know,
Saturday.
oh yes, good. You
Yeah.
guys are gonna be there on Saturday. I'm calling y'all the Fierce Trio, okay? Because you guys are absolutely amazing. And again, as I was saying to some of the other treasures, it is my honor to honor you guys, and I don't take it lightly that that I can be connected to you, that you allowed me to bring my show to your network. For those months that I was there, and we still need to figure out what's next. As we move forward. But I really do appreciate all the work that you're doing. It is effective, it is seen, and it's heard. And I'm just one of those ones that ain't afraid to say it. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you all on Saturday.
Thank
All
you.
Yes.
Love
right.
you.
Okay, we love you.
All
Talk to you
right.
soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, y'all, we are moving and shaking. Ooh, I said a little prayer early. I said, I have booked 8 interviews back to back. How is this going to work? But we've had a ball, have we not? Absolutely. And what an honor. That's where I get the fuel from, to be able to chat with amazing people like the Kinlows, like Faith Colas earlier. Didn't she drop some nuggets? My goodness. Beverly Taylor. I'm going to start calling her Pastor Taylor. I didn't know. She had a few things that she wanted to share. And then, of course, Lena Cole, and so many more people. It's been absolutely an amazing journey. My goodness. So without further ado, we're at our last interview. Our last, but certainly not least. Y'all, this is a complete honor. When I got off the phone with her yesterday, she doesn't know this. I said, oh my God, I get to interview Carol. the person that interviews everyone else. I get to chat with the amazing Carol Meekins. Without further ado, I'm bringing her on the line. Hello, Carol.
Hello, Brandy. You never cease to amaze me. I'm sorry. I've told you this many times. I am so impressed.
Oh my goodness, I appreciate it. It's so interesting. I know, we know you from, obviously the news, the media, and specifically now Positively Milwaukee. I mean, but to the point that now you are Positively Milwaukee. Like, you are that. And so when you think about the staples in our community, you are one of the people that come to mind. And so I just count it to be an honor and a privilege to even to be able to have a conversation with you. And I'm grateful for the work that you do in media, for people that look like me. That's what I was saying to Beverly earlier. It really does make me feel like, okay, I can keep on going. If Carol can do it, Brandy can do it.
That's
And
right.
so, yeah. And so, we love you so much in Milwaukee, but I wanted to take an opportunity just to chat with you and kind of learn a little bit more about the Carol behind the camera. Where are you originally from? Milwaukee? What brought you here? What got you into media? Share with us a little bit of your journey to now.
Well, to be honest with you, Brandy, my dream when I was young was to be a classical pianist. And I
Oh,
majored in music
wow.
at the University of Illinois. And that's what my bachelor's degree is in.
Oh, my goodness.
So this has been sort of like a roundabout way. And I tell young people, don't always think that what you start doing is what you're going to finish doing, because you never know where your life will take you. So I was a teacher for many years as well. And I
Oh my
started teaching
goodness.
piano lessons as in high school, actually. And so I've always conducted choirs and done things like that. But I've been it's been kind of strange, because one day I decided, I was teaching and they laid off all the non-tenured teachers in St. Louis. I thought, well, how could they do that? Because I was really dedicated. And I don't
Yeah.
mean to brag, but I was a good teacher. I loved those
Mhm.
kids, and they were everything to me. And I was very
Mhm.
upset because, I thought that there were a lot of teachers that weren't that great where I was teaching, where,
Yeah.
because they had tenure, they still had their jobs. So I thought, well, if this is what the business is doing to me, I'm going to try something else. So I went and
Yeah.
started working on a master's in mass communication. So that's basically how I started doing this. And I ended
Oh
up
my
doing
goodness.
a music show called God's Musical World. That was my first job in television. And I got paid, I think, $50 a show. And I thought I was in heaven.
Listen, there's so many things I did for no money, just thinking I was the cat's pajamas. Okay. But
Well,
so
you have to
interesting that
start somewhere.
you have to start somewhere, and that's the thing, though. When you do what you love, you'll do it for money. I mean, we want the money, but
Right.
you'll do it because it's the passion, it's the thing that's what's driving you. And so interesting that you say music, because I started in music. I think I'm not sure if you know that or
Yes,
not.
I
Yeah, as a
know
bass
this.
player.
Yes.
Yeah, bass
But a
player,
lot of
singer.
musicians are in media. They have
Oh,
former
see.
musicians do a lot. Many people play instruments.
Yeah. Wow, wow, that's so interesting. But I think it's a part of just that creative nature, and
Exactly.
and you just kind of, maybe the platform or the stage changes, but the message, at least for me with music, it was always connecting with people. It was always inspiring. And so even though
Absolutely.
I'm doing talking now, and I guess I can see that obviously with you from piano to now, it's still inspiring. It's still melodic in a sense,
It's hard.
and
Yeah, you know
it's
what?
beautiful to watch.
You're right, Brandy. I
Yeah.
think of music as bringing people together,
Yes.
harmony. And I think
Yes.
musicians have a spirit. And I honestly, when I meet people and I get to know them a little bit, I can usually tell if they've had any exposure to the arts, particularly music, because we
Wow.
think in a certain way. We think beyond ourselves because
Mhm.
we know we have to come together, and it's not just us. But I
Mhm.
think we're more in tune to the greater good. I truly believe
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
I know that,
Absolutely.
some people say, "Oh, you don't know anything," but I really do believe that artists are generally a different breed of people,
Oh, for sure,
creative
and I can
people.
concur as being an artist. It is you see differently, you hear differently.
Yes,
You're moved differently, and through that, other people are moved. It's when you think
absolutely.
about music. Again, it's a universal language. And so even if people, even in the way that we're communicating, even now, if someone tunes in from another country, even if they can't understand, again, it's that heart connection that people connect to. And I think it's absolutely amazing. So, okay, Positively Milwaukee, how long have you been doing that now? How long have you been in media? Good Lord.
I honestly don't even know how many years. This November I will have been in at TMJ4 for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Um, that's a long time, and I'm old. I'm 65 years. Well, not old. I'm
Old,
just
right.
beginning.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
love it.
65 years old.
Yes,
But I
yes.
will have. I've been in the business of TV for about 37 years.
Hmm. My goodness, right? But that's what we've been kind of touching on those milestones as we've been talking to all of the treasures today. A lot of people hitting 20 plus years and doing what they love, right? Their passion projects, the things that they aspire to be, which I think is absolutely amazing. And so, are there any future endeavors? What's next? Can you let us in on any secrets, anything behind the scenes that's kind of going on?
Well, I'll tell you, Brandy, I am always looking at my
Yeah.
life and looking at ways to grow, evolve,
Mhm.
change, and whatever.
Yes.
I'm very happy
Yes.
doing what I do right now, but
Yes. Yes.
I do want to incorporate something creativity. I do miss that
Yeah.
aesthetic experience that
Yeah.
music, singing, and choirs gave me for many years. And when
Ooh.
you're in TV, it's a very, I mean, it's so demanding in terms of time that you
Sure.
have very little time to even practice or play or sing or do all that kind of stuff, because a
Yeah.
lot of my time is spent, trying to do my hair, my makeup, lashes,
Oh,
and
yes.
outfits. It's all that other stuff for us women.
Oh
So
my God, and then some. Yeah, so I've learned. Well, I won't give away too many of my tricks today
well,
to
you
make it
always
go quick.
you look beautiful. You really do. But hey, I do whatever I can. But it's a lot more cumbersome for us ladies than it is for the
Yeah,
men. They
no,
don't
for
have to do all this
sure,
stuff.
right? Because you can't just kind of show up. No, there's a lot that goes along to
Well,
it.
we can,
Oh,
but we may be shown the door.
no, that's the truth. Well, Carol, you are absolutely amazing, and I'm so grateful to be able to be in your company, and now to have this video forever. As we kind of go and grow into our next phases. You said something about music or what have you. I really genuinely feel like the time is now. To take the leap. I literally put this a post up the other day. A friend of mine also is transitioning from. She's a hairstylist, and she's transitioning from being a hairstylist into some other endeavors that she wants to do. And I said to her, it's leaping season.
Yes,
It's
people are
leaping
doing it.
season. Whatever it is that you want to do, I'm telling you, take the leap, and you will. And beyond being caught, forget about that. You will fly.
Yeah. Well, you're doing it, and you know what? I have been watching you behind the scenes for quite some time, and I have been mesmerized by your Facebook lives because I think you're so authentic, you're so transparent, you're so warm and genuine, and also you have great spiritual lessons, life
Yeah.
lessons in
Oh,
a
my
very
drops.
real way, Brandy. And I
Yeah.
honestly think, in fact, I've even said this to people that I know in our newsroom, that you have a bright future because you have something that is intangible. Sometimes in this business, some people have things and they learn things and it's real mechanical, but
Yeah.
there's sometimes people are given blessings that you can't teach other people.
Wow.
And you have that. I always tell certain people, some people are one of many, others are one of few. You're one of few. And there's something within you that is going to blossom and take off. So I'm delighted to be able to watch your journey because I have no doubt. And I'm rarely wrong. As a former teacher, and I also taught on the college level at Auburn University.
Oh, really?
I know
At Howard?
talent when I see it.
You said at Howard University?
At Auburn University.
Oh, Auburn. I was like, oh, that's my alma mater. Oh, yeah, Auburn University.
Auburn, AUM, Auburn University, Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah.
I've done so many things. I've done a lot of things, everything from waitressing to, sweeping floors and everything. But my instincts are great with people, and you've got some big things happening for you. I have to tell you.
So you and Beverly will not make me. I will not cry. I told this to Beverly earlier. I said you all are not going to make me cry on the screen. Well, I don't know. Like you said, I'm transparent, so if I cry, they'll have to take it. But no, I appreciate that, Carol. It means it.
No,
it's
true. It's true. You're gonna, and plus, I love what you're doing. First of all, you're celebrating people that may not normally get a spotlight. Not so much for me, because when I first got your message, I thought you were just doing this for other people. And I thought, until I talked to you, I didn't know you.
I'm like, you too.
I was like, oh, these could be good positively Milwaukee.
Yeah, there you go.
In fact, everybody you got on here are great. So, and some of them I've already done. But I do think that what you're doing, we need this. Our community needs this. Our country needs this. We have to celebrate those gems that are often hidden, and they need to be uncovered so that they can continue to elevate and grow. And this is such a beautiful platform, what you're doing. This is just
my goodness. Well, thank you, Beverly. No, I appreciate it. I am but a reflection of people like you, like Faith, like Beverly, like the Kinlows, and so many more, and so again, and hopefully someone else sees us and says, okay, you know what, I can reach out, I can do something too. It's okay to love people. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to appreciate people, and move on and continue and be consistent in what you're given to do on this earth. And so are you going to be there on Saturday?
Yes, I am, ma'am. I definitely will be there.
Exciting.
You know what? I think, first of all, whenever someone takes the time to salute you for anything, I think you should show up.
Yeah. Oh, how about that?
But also on a very selfish note, I was listening to some of your people beforehand. These are great stories. And I love people's lives. I love hearing people's stories.
Yes.
That's honestly my passion. It really is. It's always been, in addition to music, just learning about people. Because when you learn about people, you can find out more about yourself, and you can be a better stewardship when it comes to serving others and serving the Lord. And I think it's very important.
Wonderful. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm so excited that you're going to be there with us on Saturday. Again, as I said, I've been saying all, this marathon long, it's my honor to be able to honor you. And again, I thank you for all that you've done for so many through Positively Milwaukee and your stint on TMJ4 and continuing to work just throughout. It just shows us that it doesn't have to stop here, that there are ways that we can, recreate ourselves and continue to morph and do things. The work is not over. And
Amen.
So I just count it a blessing. Thank you so much, Carol.
Well, thank you for this honor. And I say thank you for giving all of these great people. This is something. And I think we have to keep this up for Milwaukee.
For
This
sure.
is very important. We need
Absolutely. And that's really what it's about at the end of the day. Again, with the Milwaukee Treasures, it's about changing the narrative that sometimes,
Yes.
in certain areas of media, we only get one side of the story. There's another side, and it's positive, and it's
Yes.
beautiful, and it's hardworking, and it looks like you, it looks like me, it looks like, other people that we don't always see highlighted in the best way. And
Amen.
So again, like you said, it is, and there's enough room for us all to do it. Like sometimes,
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's life affirming, and this is what I'm so proud of you to be able to just go and do it. A lot of people have ideas and they talk about it,
yeah,
but very few actually take that action and take those steps.
My
But you're like, oh
goodness.
no, I'm going to do it. So
yeah, I'll say this last thing though, because my trick is I don't give myself a chance to think about the other option. So again, when I say leaping season, like when you literally got to go, because the moment you allow yourself to think, you will talk yourself out of it.
You will.
Right?
And sometimes, yes, you are so right. And sometimes, and I don't mean this in a way, I hope this doesn't sound the wrong way. Ignorance can be bliss.
Yes.
Because I had no clue when I got into television. I had no clue. I thought, oh, I'll apply at this public television station in Redding, California, which wasn't even what I was supposed to be applying for. But I just, I'll go down there and fly.
Right.
So I did. But I didn't know. I knew nothing about television, but I learned.
No. That's spot on. I'm telling you, because the more you know, sometimes it's you're not gonna go. The more you know, you're not gonna go.
On you.
It does. It does. And so, oh my goodness, I'm expecting so much more from you. This music thing is happening. You told the wrong one, Carol, because I'm one to make it happen.
So don't be surprised. Brandy, don't see. I don't play by ear. I wish I did. I just don't. And that's one reason why I'm not doing it. I always had to do the studying and the hard technical stuff. And so that's
even if it's not you, here's my brainstorm. You got my brain going. Because even if it's not you playing, maybe that's something you can do, but just getting into that lane again.
Yeah. No,
whatever
I'm
is.
Making that leap now. I just got another piano. My husband got me a new piano I have one already, but got me one that you can put headphones on and it has the touch. So he got me that for my birthday. So I'm excited to be able to start slowly get back into it. So
well, we're taking the leap, everybody. We hope that you take the leap as well in whatever your endeavors are, whatever your dreams are, whatever your passions are. You won't know that you can do it if you never do it. So take the leap. Right. Carol, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. God bless. We'll talk soon.
Oh, we will. God. Thank you.
Thank you. My goodness, you guys. Wow. The Carol Meekins checklist. Boop. You know how you have those heart passions and goals, it's like, what am I going to do? Here are my 50 before 50. Love it. So my goodness, guys, I can't believe it. I did 8 interviews back to back, chatting with amazing people. Again, shout out to the amazing Lena Cole. We chatted with Faith Colas, Beverly Taylor, the Kinlows. Who else did we talk to? It was so many amazing women. If I forgot your name, you was on the screen. Please charge it to my head and not my heart. Oh, I know, Adija Greer with Confectionately Yours. My goodness, such good stuff. And so you guys, this Saturday, I need you guys to come out and hang out with us, celebrate with me the 5-year anniversary for Saved and the City Christian Network. I have a special announcement that I'm going to share with you all on that Saturday. It kicks off at 6 p.m. It's going to go from 6 to 9 p.m. 6:30 p.m. is our Milwaukee Treasure Awards. And all of this is happening at the Infinite Church, you guys, 6750 North 43rd Street. Again, that's 6750 North 43rd Street. And again, check it out, you guys. It is free and open to the public. No one will be turned away. Make sure you have your mask. We'll be practicing social distancing. And if it is in your heart to donate or to sow, if you want to see, these kinds of efforts go forward, feel free to send any of your donations to the Cash App, Iberia Nation. If anybody knows me, you know that it's going to be put into good work, and this is good ground to sow on. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me for our Milwaukee Treasure Marathon. Woo! It definitely was one. And I will see you on Saturday, y'all. I will tell you this before I go. She has a custom-made dress. She's going to be cute. You want to see it. You want to show off. And Manny's going to do my face. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. I love you with the love of the Lord. And we'll see you soon. God bless.